Hello everyone, Coming Clean here. I hope you all had a great Christmas. Thank you for the response you gave me on my Christmas tribute video. In that particular video, I showed off Anna and Sven riding to deliver gifts to a village. Sven had a dynamic trigger attached to him that was connected to a kill switch. Professor Toybox suggested I created a race with that mechanic in focus, so that's what we're doing today. The twist I came up with would be that each enemy you defeat and challenge ring you collect will temporarily stop the timer, increasing your chances to get a good time. Let's take a quick run through the track before we get to the logic stuff. The first wave of enemies will spawn on these locators when the challenge starts. This trigger area will spawn the second one. These patches of snow are simply flat terrain but with the echo-based theme instead of frozen to create a little bit of variation. Then the player rides through this tunnel. And I don't remember these snowmobiles from the Frozen movies either, but since mounts can't be attached to paths, my options were quite limited. Here is the first challenge ring, and the next one is around the corner over here. This trigger area will spawn the third wave of enemies. I kept the collapsing bridge from the Christmas tribute toy box. The different trigger areas will make certain parts of the bridge travel along the path down into the water. There are also some sound and visual effects hidden away under the water. The first and last trigger areas will also start and stop this target camera to create a little bit of a cinematic set piece. These scalable barrier blocks on either side of the bridge are simply there to stop the player from falling down into the water. It can be a little bit confusing to suddenly change the camera perspective. The third challenge ring is hidden over here. And here in the village the race will end. Almost everything is already set up, so let's make the last few adjustments to create the challenge. Start off by placing down a challenge maker. Set the result score label to time and set up a locator to be the player 1's starting position. Make a logic connection to the first enemy wave generator to spawn its enemies when the challenge starts. The signal to start the challenge will be when the player mounts Sven. You can actually set up a challenge to force the player to jump on to Sven the Ranger, but this Sven the Ranger will not be the same one that has the dynamic trigger attached to him, so we're gonna have to do it like this. We also need to link a timer to the challenge maker. Go into the properties of the timer and turn off the countdown from target time option. Make the timer start when the challenge starts and make it reset when the challenge ends. The trigger area over here by the village will complete the challenge. Now for the final little twist. All 3 enemy wave generators in the toy box are set up to send an input signal to this logic gate when an enemy is defeated. Create a time delay and set the delay to 2 seconds. The logic gate should send 2 output signals. One to pause the timer and another to start the time delayer. From the time delayer you make a logic connection to start the timer when the delay is completed. Now every enemy you defeat will stop the timer for 2 seconds. All 3 challenge rings in the toy box are set up to send an input signal to this logic gate when they are broken or collected. I will now repeat the same logic connections we just did, but stop the timer for 4 seconds instead. Now the challenge is complete and we can try it out. As Anna and Sven stampedes through the canyon, you can see that every enemy that is defeated stops the timer for 2 seconds. Here after the tunnel we collect our first challenge ring and the timer stops for 4 seconds. We pick up the second challenge ring over here and then we run straight for the collapsing bridge. We collect the third challenge ring and we complete the challenge. These are just some examples of funny little twists you can make to your racing games. I have 2 more videos planned where I will revisit parts of my Christmas tribute video. The next one will be Papa H's Chinook, and after that I will take a closer look at the 1 vs 1 level inspired by 72 Pringle. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to this channel for more Disney Infinity videos as well as other gaming content related to Disney, Marvel and Star Wars. My name is Coming Clean and I will see you next time. Take care!